Hi there, everybody. Welcome to our live stream. I'm so excited that you're here today. We have a lot of amazing information to share with you about body contouring, plasma, and all kinds of great devices that I know you guys are going to like. I've been doing tons of research over the past couple of years and through lots of trial and error with other machines. I feel like I finally found a few things that I'm very excited about to bring into my practice when I'm ready to expand again. But before we get started, I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes for everyone to jump on. We have a lot of people registered for this. So the notification is going out that we are live, and we're just going to wait just a minute for everyone to jump in, and then we'll get started on our body contouring webinar. So again, my name is Rachel. I'm the CEO of Lux Plasma, and we'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. But if you want to go ahead and leave a comment, let me know where you are joining in from. If you are part of a med spa, do a little shout out for your med spa or your spa or your practice. And yeah, just let us know where you're joining in from so we can shout out to you. And we'll get started here in just a second. And oh, Jean is here from Luminous Aesthetics in Oregon. Thanks for joining in. I think you're really going to like what I'm sharing today. I'm super excited about it. We were going to have a rep help me do this presentation. We had some scheduling conflicts, so I'm doing this whole thing today. So if I don't know everything, I will find the answers for you. I might also have a little bit of background noise with my kids in the background today. Didn't realize I was going to be doing this entire thing for myself, so it's okay. We will get through it, even if we have a little bit of background noise with the kiddos. But okay, so we are 4 minutes past. We'll go ahead and get started. So, okay, Jean, yeah. So this is pretty cool. If you're familiar with ultrasound, then you'll appreciate this. So anyway, welcome. Again, my name is Rachel. I am the CEO and founder of Lux Plasma. And if you are interested in a plasma device, we definitely have the best on the market, in my opinion. Plasma channeling has been my most popular service as of late. And there's just with a couple of packages, you can pay off your entire device very, very quickly. And then right now, we are running a special for $500 off plus a free gift. And the free gift is our Korean serums that have the PDRN, the peptides, like all the amazing things to give that glass skin look. Let's see, Lester Lang. Hi from Sweden. Hi. That's awesome, Sweden. Thanks for joining. And Nicole from Missouri. Nice to see you here. Okay. So I'm very excited about a couple of other devices I'm going to be talking about today, along with the Plaxil Lux Edition pen. These other devices are an amazing complement to the plasma, the Lux Plasma, and will just boost your results even more so than the amazing results you're already getting with the Plaxil Lux Edition pen. I'll be talking a little bit about an LED device. Those of you guys that have been through the training know that I talk about the joules per centimeter squared and how important that is. And most of us cannot get that information from these manufacturers. So I found one that fits my picky inquiries. And yes, Laura, yes, we're going to be recording this for those who can't make it. So, and we'll post that later on today. But this LED device, it meets my picky criteria, is what I was trying to say. And then I'll also going to show you guys a little bit about this ultrasound device that I'm very excited about too. And the way that you can pair all of these devices together to have the most amazing 2026, most amazing year in sales you've ever had for all of your services. So let's talk about body contouring, because that is what we are here for. So when I had my big med spa that I shut down for various reasons, I just downsized. So I'm now a solo esthetician, and I'm bringing in a couple of other girls. So I won't be solo for that much longer, but I'm solo right now. And I built my large practice, hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales every year. I built it on body contouring, and I was doing cryo body contouring with the cryo skin machine. And I also had an Evolve X, which bankrupted me. That's a whole other story. And what I started to realize was that the answer now is not to destroy fat cells. I don't believe in destroying fat cells anymore. We used to be told that, that was the latest, greatest, best thing, that freezing the fat was better than radio frequency for health reasons. But now I don't believe that any of that is good. I don't believe in destroying fat cells. You need your fat cells now. We didn't know this a few years ago, but now we really need our fat cells for hormone production and so many other processes in our body. We just didn't know this before. And then also with these more invasive fat destroying devices, we now know that we can regrow our fat cells. So it is not permanent like we once thought, which is very interesting. So now that I am all about not destroying things and just making the body healthier, I am very holistic in my practice. That's why I love this machine I'm about to show you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And you're going to see the whole window. I wasn't able to upload this presentation because it's so large. So you're going to see my whole screen. Are you guys able to see this okay? So this machine, or these couple of machines I'm talking about, come from a company called Corpoderm. Rebecca, yes. You agree with me about not destroying fat cells? Yes. And there are a lot of really cool studies now about fat and what the importance of our fat cells in our body. So that's why I don't agree with destroying them. And the other thing that we started to see, not just me, but the whole community of body contouring with fat freezing and RF, is that if you destroy the fat cells in one area, people noticed that other areas started getting larger because obviously they weren't following their protocols and like staying healthy and staying away from the junk food. A lot of these people look for quick fixes. So what we were seeing was that people thought that the fat wasn't going away, that it was just like moving to another part of the body, which is not biologically possible. It's not what was happening. We were destroying the fat cells, but your fat cells grow and shrink. That's how you gain weight or lose weight. Your fat cells grow and shrink. So your body sets the number of fat cells you're going to have right around puberty and in your teen years. So that's why it's so important to have a healthy upbringing. But if you didn't, you can do things to mitigate that. So not all is lost, but your fat cells expand and contract. So if you destroyed fat cells in your abdomen and like not in your arms, for example, your arm fat cells can also expand and contract, but the fat cells in your abdomen were destroyed. Not all of them, but a lot of them were destroyed. So the ones that you have left in your body are going to expand like you would if you were going to gain weight, but you have more fat cells in the other parts that you didn't treat. So those are going to seem like they're getting bigger than your abdomen where you destroyed the fat cells. Over time, you'll grow those fat cells back. So it was kind of pointless to spend all that money anyway. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about Corpoderm. Corpoderm is a French company that is selling these amazing aesthetic devices at European prices. So I had to get off for a plasma treatment. We'll watch later. Okay, Rebecca. Yeah, we'll be recording it, so you can catch up later. So all of these devices that Corpoderm is selling, you're getting at European prices. So a lot of them are like half the cost of American machines, and they're even better than American machines. So let's get into it. Get back to. So yes. They do have the ultimate non-invasive body contouring protocol. They are in multiple countries. Corporaderm is. They have great reps and great support. From what I've seen so far, I have their skin and scalp imaging, which I'll get into that in a minute. I'll just briefly touch on it. But this company has a few different lasers. The Lacera is for laser hair removal. The Lacier is their top of the line. This machine can actually do a full body laser hair removal in about 30 minutes, and it doesn't hurt. These lasers are not painful. I've seen demos done. Laura is on here. She's had one done on her, and she said that it felt like maybe plucking hairs. So it doesn't hurt. And this laser can work on darker skin types. This is the IPL Stella, which you can do, IPLs and laser hair removal. Not as powerful as this one, but still, like, for the price point, this one, their top of the line is like $50,000, and these other two lasers are even less than that. So if you have ever been in the market for lasers, you know how expensive they are, and you'll pay these machines off so fast if you're focusing on laser treatments. But we're not going to talk about this today. We got to keep going because we have so much to talk about. This is the DP Skin. I absolutely love this. I use it all the time for showing my clients how their skin is progressing. It's very clinical. It's not like one of those machines where you just stick your face in it and it's really inaccurate. This one is super accurate. You get to see lots of detail in the skin, the pores, the wrinkles, and you can track progress over time. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm having a little bit of background noise here. I will be right back. I'm sorry about the interruption, guys. I'm back. So the DP Skin, like I said, you get really detailed images of the face, pores, texture, redness. It's incredible. We can do a whole nother presentation on that later, but you can also do scalp. So I do lots of hair rejuvenation treatments as well. And you can see the scalp very, very up close, detailed. You can see the thickness of the hair and how it thickens over time. The density, how many hairs are coming out of each hair follicle. It's really cool. But more, we can do that another time. It's just another thing that they sell that I love and I have and use all the time. They have this little melon color that will give you a very accurate reading of the Fitzpatrick skin type. So like if you're treating someone with laser and they went and got a tan, you would want to reread them. And this gives you a very accurate measure of that skin type so you can set your laser just right. Okay, let's talk about LED. I'm so excited about this LED. I have used Celluma for a very long time, and for the longest time, it was the gold standard of LED. Celluma is still wonderful. It's just also an at-home device now. So the last few years or so, they got FDA approval for home use, and all of their devices can now be used at home, which is great for everyone, but not so great if you're a professional aesthetics provider wanting to offer something unique to your patients or your clients. So that's where the Esta LED comes in. So this, and then we're going to talk about this machine too. It's called the CellSound for body contouring. But first, let's touch on the red light therapy or LED light therapy. I'm so used to just calling it red light, but now we're using all these different colors because there's so much more research out now about the different colors of LED and what they do to our skin and to our body. So LED light therapy is basically the modification of the cell metabolism through the action of light. So the light that's emitted by the little LEDs will stimulate the synthesis of biochemical reactions that take place in our cells. So basically, light energy affects different cells and different particles in our body in very different ways. And we now have studies that show how all of these different wavelengths affect the cells in our body. So basically, the higher the wavelength, the deeper the energy will go into the skin. And that also, the color also determines the depth, and the different elements in the body will absorb the light depending on what light you're putting on it and what wavelength is being used. So we have these chromophores in our body, which are basically the molecules that absorb light at very specific wavelengths. So we have these chromophores in a lot of different places in our bodies. We have them in our skin, we've got them in our blood, we have them in our interstitial fluid, like the water, we have them, our hemoglobin will absorb up to that 600 nanometer wavelength. I'll go through this quickly. Our proteins that are contained in our fibroblast cells can respond or has these chromophores and can respond to the LED light. Cell membranes and certain types of bacteria, we'll learn about the blue light in a second, that affect bacteria. And we have a lot of water in our body, we know that. And water also has the chromophores in them, so that the water can actually absorb light and have an effect on the body too. So blue light is mainly absorbed by the skin's epidermis. And blue light has very powerful antibacterial properties. So we can treat mild to moderate acne. I've got some before and afters that are really amazing for all of these. If you guys want those, I can send them to you later. We might have time to go over them. But blue light is used for purification with oil production, and it helps to soothe inflammation as well. Green light, the 520 nanometer, it's selectively absorbed by pigment spots, and it does allow those pigment spots to lighten a little bit. So green light is used for complexion, getting that complexion to be more even or uniform. It helps with lightening hyperpigmentation, and it has a very distressing and relaxing property to it. So it increases the stimulation of energy, and it helps to lower stress. And with yellow light, research on yellow light is a little bit newer. Same with green light. There's not any like double-blind placebo studies like that, but there are a lot of in vitro studies. I found a few on PubMed that were really cool with yellow light and with green light, because those are the ones that are newer in the aesthetics market that have actually shown to have therapeutic effects. We've known about red light for a long time. We've known about infrared for a long time. And I will be right back here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so the yellow light is what penetrates the skin out at the boundary between the epidermis and the dermis. So this is where we're going to see a calmness in the redness, a calmness or calming some of that inflammation if people have inflammation in their skin. This yellow light helps to accelerate the healing process. It improves blood circulation, and it does have a detoxifying effect. So it's great for helping with lymphatic drainage. So I would love to do gua sha underneath the yellow light to help with lymphatic drainage. If you guys do gua sha, this is great for that. And red light, a lot of us know about the red light. Also, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment them, and I'll get to those questions very soon as we're done with this little presentation. So red light is at the 633 nanometer length, and this gets deeper layers of the skin. This is what stimulates the fibroblast activity. A lot of people use red light either directly before laser or fibroblast treatments to get that healing process started, or immediately after to help calm inflammation and ramp up the healing process. So you can do that. It's a very good complement to the more ablative procedures. Because red light does increase cell renewal. It increases the superficial circulation, which helps more nutrients get into the skin, especially if you're eating healthy and taking your supplements. And it is anti-inflammatory, like I said, and promotes a more dynamic and youthful complexion. And if you're using this specific device on its own, people will see results with just this red light, like just the light by itself. It's pretty remarkable. And then, of course, there's infrared light, which goes a lot deeper. And if you can see in the photo, we cannot see infrared light. You can feel it, but we cannot see that with the naked eye. It's at that 830 nanometer wavelength, which is the wavelength outside of the visible light spectrum that we cannot see. So it penetrates much deeper than any other color in the spectrum. So it decreases signs of aging or fights the signs of aging and accelerates the healing of wounds and cuts and any kind of damage. There are doctors that will use this post surgery to help speed up the healing process and reduce scarring from surgeries. Okay, so if any of you guys are using LED light, whatever you guys are using, it's probably not quite as powerful as this. I think I left the information in here about the joules per centimeter squared and how important that is. If you're interested in the science, if you're a techie like I am, that the power behind the device is very, very important. And here in the US, we don't really have access to a lot of super high power LED devices like this one. But anyway, LED is going to boost the mitochondria, give your cells more energy, cause all kinds of amazing healing depending on what wavelengths you're using. And you can also layer the colors. I think I talked about this here. Yes, so you can use the individual wavelengths to be very specific and targeted, but you can combine multiple colors and wavelengths to target several different things. And that ends up being a lot more powerful than just using red or just using infrared or just using blue. And there's different protocols that Corpoderm has for different skin conditions that they can send us if you guys are interested in that. This is some of the protocol. They have some more in-depth protocols that we can access if you have this device, but that's just kind of an overview. I know that's a little confusing. We're going to skip that for now. But for some before and after photos with this light, for scalp irritation, there's an anti-inflammatory protocol. There's also a hair regrowth protocol. So this is amazing to pair with your Plaxel, Luxaddition, plasma channeling hair regrowth protocol. If you're taking people through a series of treatments with your plasma device to help stimulate hair growth, this red light will compound your results even more. It's just awesome. And even on its own, it has great, great benefits. Another before and after for hair. This was over 13 sessions. I'm doing 1 session per week. So if you just paired this with your 1 session per week of plasma channeling for scalp, amazing. There is great skin rejuvenation benefits with just the LED. Pair it with another modality that you have, even better. Some more before and afters, facial expression lines. This is 10 sessions twice a week. And you can do LED pretty often too, if you want to. It doesn't have to be just once a week. But it's pretty impressive that you can get results with just once a week with an LED, because most of these LEDs you have to use every single day, especially with the home ones. And Soluma, you do need to use it more often because it does have less power. And even stretch marks. Can you imagine if you can get into these stretch marks with your plasma pen, with your Plaxel, and even better, much more smooth if you combine the two. Same thing here. You can get into those stretch marks with your Plaxel and tighten up that skin even more. Use the LED with it, and amazing. Amazing for calming redness. If you have people that have just red, irritated, inflamed skin, this LED device can help with that. More fine lines and wrinkles. So what's really, really important about the LED device that you're using is that the optical power is just fundamental in being able to deliver therapeutic results. So more power brings more photonic energy, which allows to compensate the natural dispersion of photons. Very sciencey, but this makes it more precise and more targeted. It's very important to be able to adjust that photon density and the dose according to the problems that you need to treat. Otherwise, you're just not going to see great results. But there are two different ways that power intensity is measured, and that's in irradiance and in fluency. So I talk about my training, the joules per centimeter squared, and just how important it is to have that amount of energy. But most of the time when you ask these companies, what their power is in joules per centimeter squared, they don't know, which is a problem. Like, you should know that about your device. So quickly, if you're looking at the megawatts per centimeter squared, you want to have closer to 100 in order to get more of an effect in a shorter amount of time, if that makes sense. So I have a whole chart on where Celluma falls in this, and Celluma is closer to that 20 megawatts per centimeter squared. So you have to use it for much longer in order to get any kind of effect from it. And it's also way less powerful, so it's not going to be quite as intense of a therapeutic effect. And if y'all have more questions about the power and intensity of this LED, we can talk about it later. I can get you on the phone with Kevin. He's the rep with Corporate Erm, and he knows a lot more about this and can explain it in more detail than I have time for in this presentation. This is just more science if you want to screenshot this for later. But the other problem that a lot of LEDs face is our skin, because we reflect a lot of this light too. If you didn't reflect any light, you would be a lot darker. So that's one reason for melanin differences in our skin. But if you didn't reflect light, we wouldn't be able to see you, because that's how our eyes see, is by things that reflect light. Our skin reflects a lot of light. And the more light that your skin reflects, the more power you need. So that's why this device is so great, because it has all of that power behind it. It has the exact amount of power that you need and more. You can turn up the intensity too, and you can turn it down as needed. But you're going to get so much power that it doesn't matter if you reflect some, because you're still getting all the power that you need to reach those deeper layers. And let's go. So you can charge $75 per LED session, and you can do packages, so you can pay this LED off very quickly. So they've got two versions of this LED. They have this tower, which is like just under 13,000. It's like 12,000 and some change. And then, of course, they have financing. And then they have a smaller version that has about half the power in it, and it's still really, really good. It's still more powerful than Celluma and a lot of the other ones. But that one is, I want to say, around 5,000 or 6,000. I can't remember. But and they do have financing available too. But this is something that your patients, your clients are not going to be able to get at home because of how powerful it is. It's FDA cleared for the clinic, not for home use. So it is very, very good service pairing. This is more protocols and what you can charge for different things. But I want to get to cell sound because I'm so excited about this. First of all, any questions about that LED real quick? The last light color, the last one was infrared. It's not a color that we can see. It's outside of the visible light spectrum. So infrared, and it's amazing for tissue regeneration, tissue healing, especially after surgery or post-ablative procedures. It's very good for that. Okay, let me get back to cell sound. Cell sound is a non-invasive no downtime, very effective, brand new type of ultrasound. And they don't call it cavitation because it's not the same as ultrasound cavitation. So it's been featured. There's only 50 of these units in the whole United States right now. So this is definitely the time to get in on this device before the market gets saturated, because it is very not saturated. But they also have great marketing, so you don't have to worry about being like the first. It's very hard to be the first. It's exciting to be the first, but it's very hard to be the first because nobody's heard of it, they don't know anything about it, and they don't trust it yet because they haven't seen it everywhere yet. So we're right in the sweet spot with this machine, in that there are some in the US, there is some marketing. Not a lot of people have heard about it yet, but people are starting to hear about it. Some people know about ultrasound, but there are some issues with regular ultrasound that we'll get into that this machine does not have. So I wanted to show you guys just a quick little video that will explain this a little bit better. Sorry, I'm trying to reshare my screen. Okay, here we go. Yes, I'm going to show this to you guys real quick. Let me know if you can't hear it or see it. Okay, so a few things. This machine you have to put these little electrodes on the skin. And so you're using energy from the electrodes, and then you're also using the handheld wand. Now, the reason for that is with a lot of ultrasound cavitation devices, the body sort of gets used to or doesn't respond well after so many minutes of doing the treatment. So becomes less effective the more that you use a lot of these ultrasound machines on the body. And what this machine does is it solved that problem, so that it doesn't just apply one ultrasound frequency to the body. You're getting multiple ways of, and I don't know all the technical aspects of it. That's why I wanted to have our rep on today, but you couldn't make it. So, but he explained to me that this solves that problem where the body stops responding to the ultrasound, and that the way that it moves the ultrasound around in the body and through the tissues and all of that is what makes it so effective for the entire treatment, which is usually around 40 minutes per treatment. So, so you don't have to worry about there being that interference with the body's natural energy processes. It's going to be effective during the entire treatment. Okay, so the reason why cell sound's electrosonic resonance stands out from other ultrasound therapies is because they're using this combination of electric field stimulation and the non-focused ultrasound, which is what I was trying to explain with the electrodes. Impedance, that's the word I was looking for, is the crucial factor in the process. So this machine is managing that bioimpedance in the electric field to ensure that the gateways remain open, so that the full ultrasonic energy can effectively reach the tissue and your body's not blocking it. So it is a very unique machine and new technology. Wanted to show you guys real quick the video that I was sent this doctor's video that I wanted to show you guys. I'll bring this up in just a second. Sorry, I'm trying to share my screen again. There we go. Okay, here she is.
I want to talk about why the combination of the GLPs with CellSound is the best non-surgical liposuction package that you can offer to your patients. So let's talk about the metabolic shifts that are occurring. First of all, we know that the GLPs increase insulin sensitivity. They also downregulate appetite and they slow the gastric emptying. All of that results in weight loss. But here's where CellSound comes in. It also is causing a complete metabolic shift. CellSound, because it delivers oxygen and nutrients to the cells, activates the AMPK. Now, what is that? You can think of it as your metabolic master switch. And when that happens, you actually get an increase in fat oxidation, you get an increase in glucose uptake, and you also get an increase in mitochondrial biogenesis. At the same time, you're downregulating inflammation and fat storage signals. So you can see now when you combine these two together, you are getting the ultimate metabolic shift. And don't forget, with CellSound, you're getting the added benefit of skin tightening. So this is how you need to be talking to your patients about the science of CellSound, because it is like no other device out there when it comes to regenerating cells and when it comes to fat loss, shifting the metabolic story of the body.
Okay, so that is super exciting because what she was talking about is this machine helps your body burn through the glucose and glycogen stores and get to burning fat. And this machine doesn't burn fat. It helps your fat cells release those lipids into your bloodstream and into your lymphatic system so that your body can get rid of them. So it is helping your body do this metabolic shift, what she was talking about. So that's what makes this machine different and so exciting. Let me get back to, no, I'll share one more thing with you guys before I get back to the presentation, because this other doctor had to say about it was so cool.
CellSound is the next revolution in facial and body rejuvenation. CellSound utilizes ultrasound with electric field stimulation in combination for a novel way to truly regenerate tissues. So this video demonstrates the power of CellSound. As you can see in this depiction, we're utilizing the transducer to affect ultrasound waves, and it can penetrate down to 10 centimeters when we put it on the deeper setting. This is what's going to go into the cells and have those cells go into that resonance and affect the changes that we want to make, namely increasing the vascularity, or if we want the fat cells to vibrate fast enough, we can have them release their free fatty acids. We can also change the settings to a more shallow setting if we would just want to gently vibrate the superficial layers like in the face without affecting fat loss. So CellSound is a versatile way to improve the environment of the tissues treated of the face and the body. It is the next game changer in aesthetics. Cell Sound is the next revolution in facial and body rejuvenation.
Okay, so yes, you can also do this on the face. And let me get my presentation back so that you guys can see. Okay, so let me go here. Okay, so again, we are shrinking fat cells and we are causing those fat cells to function healthier by releasing the lipids that it doesn't need. And then, and once you do the maintenance by eating healthy, drinking your water, staying low carb and low sugar, you'll just continue to allow your fat cells to drop the weight or drop the fat into the bloodstream and lymphatic system and keep having amazing, amazing results after your treatments. Most people are doing 6 treatments and they're doing them 2 to 3 times a week. So you don't have to spend 6 to 12 weeks doing these treatments with your clients. They can get pretty quick results in a short amount of time. And we're not freezing anything. We're not risking any burns to the skin. There's no downtime. We're not doing this by causing trauma, which I love. We're making those fat cells healthier and without, again, causing trauma. So there are different add-ons that you can do with this machine. The AutoNext, I can't remember if this is an add-on or not. But this technology that is in the machine just helps you with the treatment process, takes the guesswork out of it basically, and allows your providers to deliver really, really good results without tons and tons of training. And a lot of employees, if you employ people, they tend to forget things. So it walks them through it step by step to help them, kind of like HydraFacial does. That's why I love HydraFacial. I can pass it on to an employee and they can just go through the screen step by step and know exactly what to do. So I love that. But so Cell Sound, again, has remastered the whole body contouring game. And then if you sell these in packages, which is what you should do, you shouldn't sell just one at a time. You can, if you wanted to demo it, for example, you can pay your device off in a matter of months. A lot of these body contouring machines are well over $100,000, $120,000, $150,000 if you buy them in the United States. And this one starts at just $60,000. And there's financing. There are some bells and whistles you can add on to increase the price, but you can start with just the basic body contouring for way less than an American device, which is amazing. So then again, you can use it on the face too, and it doesn't affect the fat in the face. They have some really amazing before and afters of chin contouring and making those fatty chins less. There's also no numbing needed for this. There's no recovery time, and people will continue to see results after their treatments for up to 3 months, which is amazing. As long as, they're not going to McDonald's every day. We won't get into too much of face, but this machine can be paired very well with your Plaxil if you've got your Plaxil plasma pen to just transform the face even more. So if you're using something like this on the entire face, that can save you some time. And then you can do some very specific targeted wrinkle treatments with the plasma device. And then combining this with LED, of course, just wow, amazing. If you're a high-end spa, I highly, highly recommend having these devices. But here is an example of 6 treatments of skin tightening. You can see her chin is much tighter, which is awesome. What I've seen in the before and afters with this machine as far as face goes is the most impressive results are in the chin and the jaw area. We will keep going, I wanted to get into showing you guys some of these before and after photos. So let me share this with you guys. And if you have any questions, please post your questions. Let me share the before and afters with you guys because these are so impressive. Okay, share, yes. Here we go. All right, so these body treatments will blow your mind. And I did have someone ask, like, how long before they see results. Sometimes with just the first treatment, they say 1 to 2. But these people are starting to see results very, very, very quickly, which is amazing because it's so non-invasive. Like, we always think that we have to harm the body in order to get results, which is true sometimes, but not for everything. So here are just some amazing before and afters. These are just after 3 treatments. You can see a significant change. Just wait until we keep going and I'll click through these quickly. But wow, like after 3 treatments, look at that. Just 3 treatments. Just 3 treatments. And if you guys want a copy of any of this, I'm happy to send it to you. You can just leave a comment or send me a WhatsApp message, and someone will post that for me. The number is 817-703-7378. If you are out of the US, it's a +1 before that number. But if you have any questions, want any more details about these devices, please message me there, or you can go to plaxilplasma.com and send Mike a message right from the website. And then again, we're having a sale on the Plaxil Lux Edition. If you are looking for an amazing plasma pen that is true plasma, that leaves the white dots, not burn marks, it is on sale right now. Plus you get a free gift for Christmas. And okay, a few more of these before and afters. These are just, again, after 3 treatments, and normally we recommend 6. So these are really, really incredible. And again, this is ultrasound, and it's combining the electrodes on the body with the ultrasound frequency, so you don't get that the impedance, if I'm pronouncing that right, issue like you do with other ultrasound cavitation machines, where it just stops being effective because the body just will naturally stop responding to the ultrasound. But with this machine, that doesn't happen. It is effective the entire time. So this was just 2 treatments. And then the other benefit that you're getting while you are shrinking the fat cells, you're also helping to tighten the skin because it has that effect of collagen production and elastin production in the skin while it is slimming. These are, top one is 2 treatments. The bottom one is 3. That's incredible. And they put that laser dot on the skin so that it looks, they're trying to put that laser dot in the same spot in each photo so you can see a change. If you're wondering what the red dot was. But yeah, 3 treatments. Just amazing. And I've got tons more of these. If you guys want a copy of it, just send me a message in WhatsApp and let me know. If you guys are offering the GLP-1s, the Ozempic, or peptides or any of that for weight loss, this is an amazing combination for those weight loss treatments to help prevent the sagging skin. Obviously, they still need to go do their weight training, but this is a great way to help prevent some loose skin, speed up the results, all of that. And again, I love it because we are not destroying fat cells. We are keeping the integrity of that cell. We're just encouraging a natural biological process to happen a little bit faster with getting those cells to release the lipids into the bloodstream, into the lymphatic system. So again, more amazing results. And there's one with 6 treatments. Great results there. One with 1 treatment. That's awesome. I love it when someone gets results with just one treatment because that keeps them coming back for more, right? And then again, they have great financing options too. So if you guys want any more information, just send me a message in WhatsApp. I'll get you connected with the rep and they can give you all kinds of more information. If you are part of my training program already, then will have a video of the LED in there that I've already filmed. I'm just editing it. So I'll get that video in there so you guys can see how the LED works and how you position it and all of that. And any questions that you guys have? Any questions? There is, they wanted me to remind you guys that there is a tax advantage to getting your devices before the end of the year. I forgot the exact code or what it's called, but you can write up to $2.5 million worth of device purchases instead of doing the depreciation write-off over the next few years. You can write off your devices on your taxes if you need a good tax write-off before the end of the year. And if you get I believe it was the Cell Sound this week, they can have it, not me. They can have it delivered by the end of the year in most cases. So that's exciting. You can get your body contouring packages started before the new year even comes. And everyone right now is thinking about their New Year's resolutions, right? So people want to lose weight. That's like the biggest thing in the new year is people want to lose weight. They want to get healthier. And you can help them do that. You can help them trim down. You can help their fat cells get healthier. And then you can coach them to keeping that weight off with diet, exercise, and all of that. Those of you guys that are more holistic probably have those systems in place already. So this is such a good time to get in on the body contouring market if you haven't already. And if you are interested in some extra materials, some emails, some marketing materials, feel free to WhatsApp me. We don't have time to go into some of those marketing materials that I have, but we do have some marketing materials for body contouring if you want to utilize those for the new year. And I always love to be a helpful resource. And if Laura invited you, get back with her. She invited a lot of you guys here today too. She's a great resource for these machines and for getting you in contact with the corporate arm people as well. And she and I have some great body contouring, social media, email marketing campaigns if you guys want to access that. So again, visit plaxoplasma.com. and check out our Christmas sale, $500 off of the plasma pen. And if you already have one, we do have a trade-in discount, trade-in offer. So just message Mike and he will let you know. Plaxo's on sale right now. Corpoderm does have some good incentives. They mentioned a 15% off offer with the Cell Sound body on one of the package options. So they do have a good holiday discount going right now as well. So if you want to get in contact with their rep, please let me know on WhatsApp. And thanks you guys so much for joining. I'm going to let you go for now, but we will do another webinar soon about another amazing topic. So please follow Plaxo Plasma or Lux Plasma on Instagram and Facebook, and so you can know when we're going to have our next one. And we'll also post those on our website at plaxoplasma.com. So thanks you guys so much for joining. I will post the recording later on today once we have that available. You'll have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year if I don't see you before then. And thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys later.